Hello students, welcome back to our English class and we were studying Journey to the End of the Earth. This is a part 2. Part 2 already we have seen. We'll see the gist of the lesson in detail. Journey to the End of the Earth. First we'll see the introduction. The lesson revolves around the world's most preserved place, Antarctica. Not many people have been there, but out of the few that have, Tishani Doshi is one of them, a South Indian person who went on an expedition with a group of teenagers affiliated with Students on Ice program who takes young minds to different ends of the world. Thus, it gives an insight into how Antarctica is the place you should visit to have a glimpse of the past, present, and future in its realist form. Journey to the End of the Earth. Lessons explanation we'll see now. Early this year, the author found herself aboard a Russian research vessel, the academic Skolarsky, heading towards the coldest, driest, and windiest continent in the world, Antarctica. Her journey began 1309 degrees north of the equator in Madras, nowadays Chennai, and involved crossing 9 time zones. We have already seen 15 longitudes constitute 1 hour of the time zone, and GMT timing, prime meridian, and all other things we have seen in the depth. 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water like lake, sea, ocean, etc., and at least as many ecospheres. What do you mean by ecospheres? Parts of the universe habitable by living organisms. In the beginning, the author talks about her journey to one of the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on the earth, that is Antarctica. She went there on a Russian research vessel known as the academic Skolarsky, as we have seen above. Now here important thing is, by the time she actually set foot on the Antarctic continent, she had been traveling over 100 hours in combination of a car, an aeroplane, and a ship. So her first emotion on facing Antarctica's expansive white landscape, that is expansive white landscape, everywhere only white, and uninterrupted blue horizon was relief, followed up with an immediate and everywhere but only whitish scene in the form of ice. Wonder at its immensity, its isolation, but mainly at how there could ever have been a time when India and Antarctica were part of the same landmass. These are the time zones already we have seen. GMT is Greenwich Mean Time, and then European Central Time is GMT is 1 hour ahead of GMT. Then we have, suppose if we see India's Standard Time, let us see this one. India's Standard Time, the same line, it's 5 hour and 30 minutes ahead of this one. Now we'll see another one, like Japan Standard Timing is 9 hours ahead of GMT timing. So these are the different timing as per the world timing with the reference to prime meridian. Let us go for the next one. Now this is what the on world map, there were only the timing and how much it is ahead and how much it is behind of prime meridian. Now we'll see in detail what is prime meridian exactly. We'll see in detail. Now this is the prime meridian where I am drawing the line now, and from prime meridian the timing ahead is to the right side and timing behind is to the left side. That way the world is divided. Now find out any country as per this, find out the timing which is written over here, zoom it out, Find out what is given. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. And again after 12 you will be seeing that minus 12, means here the word is ending. See the lines are given like this above my head, you see now. Here it is US 10, and the same you will see this side US 10, it is given over there. So this is what this US 10, this US 10. So when we see on the flat surface it is different, and when we see on the globe it is different view. So sometimes we regard the world as the flat on the paper, but it is not. Right, from many geographists and scientists have proved it, right from Copernicus. We'll go for the next slide now. Now, what is meant by expansive? Expansive is covering wide area in terms of space or scope, that is extensive. Profound means very great or intense. Isolation means separation. Landmass means a continent or large body of land. It took her about 100 hours of combined traveling by car, aeroplane, and then a ship to reach the continent. So when she first set her foot on the continent, she felt almost relief, for it was all white as far as her eyes could see. The sight of blue horizon was very comforting. Next emotion that followed was that of wonderment. Now part of history will see. 650 million years ago, giant amalgamated southern supercontinent Gondwana did indeed exist, centered roughly around the present day Antarctica. Things were quite different then. Humans didn't arrive. Humans hadn't arrived on the global scene, and the climate was much warmer, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. For 100 and millions years ago, Gondwana thrived, but around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of the mammals got underway, the landmass was forced to separate into countries, shaping the globe as much as we know today. Let us see in detail with the diagrams. First, some words. Amalgamated means combine or unite to form one structure together. Supercontinent is a former larger continent from which other continents are held to have broken off and drifted away. Thrived means prosper, flourish in the form of land and other amenities. Now here we will see million of years ago there was a supercontinent known as Gondwana. Now first it was Pangaea, this one. Then it was Gondwana land. I will take myself down. Gondwana land with Thetis Sea and Laurasia upside 200 million years ago. Pangaea was 250 million years ago, and Triassic, that is with Thetis Sea and Gondwana land, was 200 million years ago. And now Jurassic was 145 million years ago. See the world how it is different in size and with the landmass shape and the water entering in. Then we see equator line here, Cretaceous is 65 million years ago. And lastly we will see, left to my photograph, you see North America, South America, the present day world. So right from, again we will go back, Pangaea, that is Permian land, then Triassic land, then Jurassic land, then Cretaceous land, and present day world as it is. I will see in detail about it, from which Antarctica and India are supposed to have been parted off. The situation, however, was completely different from how it is right now. There were no humans and the climate was warmer, which gave rise to huge varieties of flora and fauna. Gondwana flourished for 500 million years until dinosaurs got extinct and human beings came into existence. The huge continent was then forced into segregation to form countries and the world as we know it today. To visit Antarctica now, it is to be a part of that history, to get a grasp of where we have come from, where we could possibly be heading. It is to understand the significance of Cordilleran folds and Precambrian granite shields, ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction. Evolution coming up to life, and extinction is going away from life, means vanish away, wiped away from the planet Earth. When you think about all that can happen in a million years, it can get pretty mind boggling. Imagine India pushing to northwards and jamming against Asia to buckle its crust, and from the Himalayas, South America drifting off to join North America together. How it will be. The Drake Passage to create a cold circumpolar current. Drake Passage is between Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Ocean. The in between passage is there, that is called as Drake Passage, keeping Antarctica frigid, desolate, and at the bottom of the world. Now, some of the concepts are there that already we have cleared in the part 3. You can see it in detail. According to the author, if one wants to have a glimpse of history and from where we have originated, along with where we are headed to, Antarctica is the right place. It is the best place to research and understand about mountain ranges and low elevation continents, ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction. It is capable of giving an insight of the future, and that can be really startling. Now, this is about Antarctica we have read in detail. Try to explain the concept wise. Now, here is one additional poem of Tishani Doshi. We'll come to know what kind of multifaceted personality she is. Her poem says, "The body dances in a darkened room, turning itself inside out, so that skin can face the light in fractures. Slip like shadow through skeleton walls. Begin to cry, really? To scream about the tarnished weight of dreams. This has been a drift after all. The body returns to its original place, moves from one to the other, creeps, tries to flee itself, lone trunk, searches for remain of bark, hints of what it used to be, perhaps an ocean framed in bone, a pair of birds in early white, flying from this dream to the next, fixing the gaps between memory and reverberation, binding spine on vein, feather to lay sane. The body collects its wandering parts, leans back through layers of thickening water, roots above, bows beneath, feet caving in to wonder. It's how the world reverses, how the distant sky finds the earth." It's a very rhythmic and understandable poem by Tishani Doshi. Now, these are some of the points to be discussed. Future of mankind appears dismal. Increase in population had led to a population boom. The point is related to population explosion, how the bigger population, larger population had affected the world, its amenities, facilities, as well as the load on each person about environmental concern also. Second one is it has greatly depleted the resources of nature, destroyed forest, causes extinction of certain species of wildlife, right from dinosaur, dodo, and many other from this planet Earth. Now, whatever is saved, otherwise the time will come when we have to show bullocks, dogs, and cats also in picture with imagination. As we have seen, the future generation, we don't know whether we will be showed them all kinds of birds and animals. Third one, excessive burning of fossil fuels has created a blanket of carbon dioxide around the earth. During this corona pandemic, it had reduced because we were not allowed to go out. And we have taken care of ourselves not to go out and get infected. Next one is Antarctic environment had been affected by global warming. This is clear from receding glaciers and collapsing ice shelves. That's a very dangerous one, as it happens in the earthquake. The same way, big sheets of ice are collapsing from the high mountain, like glaciers will come and that will be collapsing very close to you also. That is not sure from where it will come and where it will go, so we should be extremely careful when we are going at such places. These grave indications do not augur well for the future of mankind. Grave indications means very serious indications of the environment. Now, study of Antarctica, why we should study? One by one. Antarctica is the only place in the world remaining pristine, never sustained human population, holds in its ice cores half million year old carbon records that cannot be easily available on the land here on other continent. Antarctica is the only place to study Earth's past, present, and future. Gives an insight into how the Earth forms and continents as they are today came into being. Take North America, South America, Asia, Australia, all seven continents. But Antarctica is different. Tell us about repercussions of environmental changes through the parable of phytoplankton. Phytoplankton, the concept, it is clear one, that is photosynthesis. Phytoplankton is German name. Antarctica enables us to study problems of global warming, glacier retreating, ice shelves collapsing, concept of evolution and extinction, significance of cordilleran folds and granite shields, ozone and carbon. So these many points can be related when we wanted to stress about Antarctica. Now, students on ice expedition, what was that? A visit to Antarctica makes it quite clear, and there one can see the ice shelves melting. Students on Ice is a program headed by Canadian Job Green. He aims at organizing this program by taking high school students to the end of the world. It's a very interesting activity. High school students are being taken for such projection. They are going to the end of the world, either North Pole or South Pole. Here it is South Pole. He thinks it most essential to provide the students with inspiring educational opportunities. That's what we need today. Students should be provided inspiring educational opportunities where they will be thinking on their own creative, innovative ways. Through this program, they will generate a new understanding and respect for our planet. Earlier, Job Green had organized program with celebrities, rich people who could give him back only a limited way, not future thought. So with Students on Ice, Job Green offers the future generations of policy makers a life-changing experience at an age when they are ready to absorb, learn, and most importantly, act. When adults are there, they will be thinking, is it good, bad, why I should do, why others are not doing. These many thoughts will become. The students are ready to do it because that young blood is always suggesting that they go for adventurous thing. They can realize the catastrophic effect of climate changes and the global warming. Antarctica provides the young students a perfect place to study the varied changes occurring in the environment. These little changes can have significant consequences. Thus, the program provides a lively study of changes occurring at Antarctica. Now, some of the points with the thought provoking, as we can say, it's a dictum. So, these three dictums we will see. Dictums means a short quote which will make you think a lot. Expansion of ideas, we will do this one. Take care of small things and big things will take care of themselves. Here one example, like if you do every day your homework, how it will contribute into your learning of that particular subject. And every student is doing, then the class work is completed, and then when entire class thing is completed, how it will be going to appear for the examination. And in exam it appears, we are going to do it very easily because in small chunks you have studied it. So big things will take care of themselves. Don't think about it. You should do the smallest thing, your part. 130 crore people in India. So if they take care of their small part, big thing as India as a nation can come up to. And as the world also, we should think ourselves as universal citizen. A lot can happen in a million years, but what a difference day makes. 7 days, 24 hours make one day, 7 days make a week, 4 weeks make a month, and 12 months make a year, and then decades and the centuries. It will go on. But what we do in a day, suppose I save, I am doing this recording here in this room. So I managed to switch off the lights in next two rooms. Nobody is there. So this is what I saved a little electricity. It's a part of mine. I do take a bicycle for smaller distance, so I save fuel also. In a day, whatever activity you do, that counts a lot. So many all over the world, millions and billions of people will be thinking of making their day better for the environment concern. It will be working it out. And for humans, the prognosis is not good. Prognosis is the forecast of the probable development of something. So we are not sure about the future. Had we thought about stucking ourselves in our houses, not going out? We have planned so many in summer vacation. Yes, we will go to this particular place, we will go abroad, then we will have these many things, we will have fun. But what fun we are having together as a family here because of corona? That's interesting. We have not thought of probable thing, forecast of things we cannot do. Nobody had thought that our life. Everybody had thought, okay, day will come, week will come, month and salary will be coming, that will be distributed in the family. If we get the weekend holidays, we will go on a trip and then we will come back. Then again resting day will be there. This work continued. But now too many changes are there. School going is stopped. Work from home is started. I am doing this teaching online, that had taken place. So no progress. Prognosis is not good for humans. Here at this note we will be ending. I think you have understood the text. Go through the video carefully and study the text. That's most important, because whatever is given in the text and the activity alongside with the text, that also you should do. That is very much interesting. Thank you for watching the video. I'm waiting for more to come.